Hi guys, it's Jay Kaushal, writer, motivational speaker, and life coach. And today I just wanted to talk about healing. What exactly is healing and what does it mean? Because you will see quite a lot of people in spiritual lingo talk about, I have been trying to heal myself and I hadn't been able to do that for 18 years. I finally was able to do that. I've been trying to heal myself of these patterns, that patterns. What exactly is healing? What does it mean? Well, healing is the process, if you put it very rationally, right? It's the process of recognizing what is causing a problem and just taking the necessary steps to rid yourself of that problem. Healing is problem solving. Now, obviously, where this gets so subjective and so interesting is that depending on what problem you have, there could be a lot of basis for that, not just in your physical reality, as in the food that you're eating or how you're handling your expenses or your lifestyle, etc. That's the physical aspect, things that you can see, right? What we have doctors for, that's the physical aspect. There could be an aspect of it which comes from your emotions, how you feel about living the life that you live, how you feel about working the job that you work, how you feel about a particular situation in your life, and the amount of emotional stress or the amount of emotional toll it has on your mind or your body or the way that you're handling things in your life. Okay, healing, I would say, has four primary components: emotional, physical, mental, spiritual. Spiritual healing is something which is the most important aspect of healing, because at the crux of everything that we talk about is our spiritual journey through the universe in this physical form. If you talk about the essence of Eastern philosophy, you pick Buddhism, you pick Jainism, you pick Hinduism, you pick any philosophy, any spiritual philosophy that focuses on the development of you as an individual. It focuses on the idea that you, the individual, are just a physical expression of the soul underneath, which seeks only to raise its vibration to a level that can enable it to finally merge back with the divine. So a lot of problems that you face in your life can have a spiritual basis to them as well. Your soul may just be involved in such karmic entanglements through many lifetimes that it creates blockages in that particular chakra or that particular energy. For example, let's say you come from a long lineage or at least 2-3 generations of people who have had very little material stability or very little stability in terms of having a place to live or enough finances to put food on the table. This can very well manifest as blockages and difficulties with the root chakra, which is what could be as simple as hemorrhoids, could be as advanced as prostate cancer. Am I saying that these are the only things that cause these problems? No. What I'm saying is that you're not really doing a thorough job of healing anything if you're not taking into account that the contributor to that problem may not really only be in the physical plane. Your thoughts have a huge role to play in what problems you consistently run into. If you consistently run into bullies, let's say, it can be probably because you're just unlucky. It can be probably because you have a way of talking, but it probably can also be as a result of you being unable to take the necessary stand to make a place for yourself in the world. Maybe you are bullying yourself into doing something because you think you're not good enough, and that just shows up as physical proof in your life in the form of bullies, in the form of people who are making you feel less than, people who are making you feel inadequate. Okay, there's a mental component to healing as well. Are there self-limiting beliefs that you have? that need to be challenged. And since you're not challenging them, you're not working to get yourself out of them and change your mentality, that you keep seeing these problems crop up in your life. Okay? So that's the aspect of mental healing. Then emotional healing is, it can sometimes be as simple as being afraid to express yourself, and then that manifesting itself in your life in the form of partners who are not communicative, in the form of relationships with a lot of people, authority figures, or let's say bosses, who are not ready to acknowledge the contribution that you bring to the table. No matter how good you perform, they are just not ready to give you the validation that you seek. Why? Because at an emotional level, you are struggling to speak out yourself. At an emotional level, you feel that what you have to express is not good enough. And so therefore, you run into those circumstances again and again in your life, which bring more proof to that. Also, these feelings of not being able to express yourself the best can manifest as blockages in the throat chakra, can manifest as something as small as, let's say, laryngitis, to something as advanced as throat cancer. I'm not trying to scare you. The only thing that I'm trying to say is that if you've been encountering difficulties, if you've been encountering roadblocks with respect to healing any area of your life, okay, could be physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, any area of your life, you need to do a thorough audit of where could this imbalance be coming from that I am unable to zero in on and fix. And quite often the most difficult basis for problems, most difficult basis for source for ailments in your life is when you need spiritual healing. What is spiritual healing? Well, that's a deep thing that I can go in and, make hour-long videos on. But to crystallize, spiritual healing is needing to grow out of recurrent patterns of your soul's journey that are no longer contributing to its progress. What do I mean by that? Well, it's possible that in previous lifetimes, you were mostly, let's say, a hunter-gatherer. Maybe you were a hunter-gatherer literally at one point of time, or maybe you were just, a person like a mercenary, just looking out for yourself, and you lived many lifetimes in that same mold, looking out for just yourself, fending for just yourself. And so in this lifetime, you will encounter problems that will force you to work with people, that will force you to seek help from people. Even it can be something as basic as a chronic problem where you constantly need to consult a doctor to take their help. And it could be something as advanced as at a behavioral level, you constantly landing in prison and needing your family or needing somebody close to you to bail yourself out of that. You're not able to get out of that spiritual pattern that you're stuck in and move towards something that feels better. Now, every other aspect of healing, physical, mental, emotional, you can hire professionals to help you out with that. For emotional healing, you can talk to a therapist or a life coach. For mental healing, once again, a life coach can be helpful, or a therapist can be helpful. Even talking to a good friend can be very good for you. Even a great mentor. Physical healing, obviously, doctors, nutritionists, dietitians, and all of these people, masseuse, they can help you with that. For spiritual healing, you need to do the work to go within yourself. Everybody can only aid that process but not give you that solution. Spiritual healing will demand you going within and seeing through your BS, connecting with what truly feels fulfilling, and having the necessary courage to listen to your heart and pursue that. That is what spiritual healing has at its basis. Okay? With every other form of healing, you will probably have anxiety, or you can have nervous breakdowns if mentally there's a problem, emotionally there's a problem. There will be things that show up in your physical waking life that will show you that need help. But if you are successful completely in the physical plane, and yet you are encountering problems again and again that don't let you succeed, that don't let you feel fulfilled, and there is some problem at a spiritual level that you should really look into. Meditation is the easiest way that you can go about it. Okay? And meditation, journaling, mantras, yoga, retreats to ashrams, places like that, where you can have enough quiet to be able to listen to your heart. Okay? So I hope this very short video about healing was helpful. This is Jay Kaushal signing off. Take care. Hari Om.